which means, if we quote you a price, whether we go over that or not, it's not going to affect you in cost-wise. We do have direct customer support with 93% customer satisfaction rating. Now, our support team is in our office. They're located, just a few feet from our development team. So that means if they have a problem, they can go directly over to the people who develop the software to solve your issues. Okay? And of course, we do have a 97% customer retention rate. Okay. So what makes us unique? Some of our customers tell us that ease of use is one of the main reasons or main things that makes us unique. We give you the ability to configure the application yourself, so we train you how to work with the application, how to make changes, so you're not relying on us. They're not code changes, they're configurations, not customizations. Okay. It is a modular suite, so you can pick and choose what items or what things you want to have in your system, whether it's facilities maintenance, move management, mobile capabilities, and real estate and things like that. And configuration, so going back to the ease of use, being able to configure your own workflows, your own views for drawings, and also data views and reports. Okay. And we do have a seamless integration with both AutoCAD and Revit. Okay, so that means that if you make a change to your drawings in Revit or AutoCAD, that's going to be reflected immediately in the system, and vice versa. And scalable. We have customers ranging from tens of thousands to hundreds of millions square feet, so being able to accommodate people very well at either end of that spectrum. Okay. So just a few selected customers here, giving you an idea of some of the folks we enjoy working with. Some easy, recognizable names. This is not meant to be any vertical specific listing, but we can see people like Amazon or Nokia, HSBC, and Visa are some of the people we've been able to work with. Okay, and just a few more. Okay, so the products we offer, again, this is a modular suite and a complete IWMS system, integrated workplace management system. So we have modules such as move management, being able to schedule and work with moves across your entire portfolio. Strategic planning, being able to do what-if scenarios on both construction and allocation, renovations, or restacking. Space reservation, one of our newer modules. That allows you to reserve conference rooms and also hoteling spaces. Real estate, and that's, of course, tracking your lease information. Sustainability, very important, tracking sustainable projects and building certifications. Project management, so very configurable module, allowing you to track various construction projects wherever you might be. Facilities maintenance, of course, on-demand work orders, preventative maintenance, building equipment, and scheduling of preventive maintenance. And then our mobile module, so being able to access all of this information from, say, an iPad or iPhone or Android device. Okay, so trends and benefits of going mobile. This is something that is becoming quite big for us. So we can see here on the right-hand graph how this is really growing. Right, we're seeing many more people using tablets and smartphones and using their PCs less. So we can see here in 2012, it looks like the reign of the cell phone and laptop. It'll be challenged primarily by smartphones and tablets. Of course, very insightful comment. So tablet computers are expected to outsell PCs for the first time this year. That's in 2013. IDC expects 229 million tablets to be shipped versus notebooks shipments of 187 million. So quite a large number. Okay. And rise of the smart devices. So mobile phone users worldwide, 2012 to 2017. This is billions, percent of population and change. So we can see how this is going up incredibly significantly over time. Right, from 2012, we can see that change drop, the number of percentage of population raising up to almost 70%. And change of smartphone ownership. You can see this, how much it's grown over from 2011 to 2013. We're seeing people without cell phones, that number dropping significantly. Other cell phones have gone down quite a bit, and now we see the majority by far is in the smartphone category. So why use mobile solutions for facilities management? Reduced cycle time, so being able to get information or work with data immediately. Okay. Having it available, whether you're a technician out in the field that may need an equipment manual or you need to make adjustments to department allocation or seating on a floor plan. That leads to better accuracy of data, which of course we can see here, great increase in productivity, better customer satisfaction, so being able to address concerns or issues much faster than we could otherwise. Reduce costs and labor, of course, because we're being much more efficient. And that, at the end of the day, is going to increase our profitability. So FM Mobile for space planning and management. So what is FM Mobile? FM Mobile is, it enables facilities team members to access, update, and report on facilities data in the field from your mobile device. That means having access to any reports that you'd like to have, right? Being able to update space information on the fly. It means you can have your tablet, you can walk a floor, you can take photos and submit a service request. You can update spatial information. So, how many people are using this conference room? Is this space being utilized? Is it vacant? And then also being able to refer back to, again, any information you need to have on, say, equipment or ongoing projects, real estate information, and things like that as well. So with the FM Mobile Facilities Management Software module, you can access facilities information from your mobile device. That's clear. Mobile tools for mobile workers. More and more of you work as facilities professionals take away from your desk, right? So we're not sitting at our desk. We're walking around. We're not stationary. So that allows you to take all of your information on the go. Gives access securely, of course, so we maintain that same level of security. Update and report facilities data in the field from a mobile device, and being able to share that as well. So FM Mobile is built for this purpose, to allow people to take advantage of these mobile devices that are becoming so popular, to take advantage of the mobile hardware such as cameras. So it works very, very much the same as any other solution where we can say, take a new photo or choose existing to say, submit a damaged furniture request or something like that. Increased productivity, so access data, drawings, reports at any time, at any point, and reduces trips back to your office, right? So we're not having to constantly go back. We don't have to go back and grab manuals. We don't have to go back and grab paper floor plans. We have that available. And it's anytime, anywhere. Access drawings in the field directly, collaborate with your stakeholders, and this increases the speed and accuracy of data entry and updates, which is very critical. So the FM Mobile features, it gives you a greater flexibility in how and where you can manage your facilities portfolio. So interactive floor plans, quickly and securely access dynamic floor plans that are maintained in your FM Interact database. This is very nice. It's a pinch to zoom to view your floor plans, click on spaces. We now have multiple edits from a mobile device as well, which means you can select multiple spaces and make changes across several records. So field verification, of course, access and update, validate information about your space and assets in real time. And mobile maintenance, create and accept interact with service requests and work orders on your mobile device, access equipment data, photos, and manuals at the point of the problem. Okay, this can also incorporate, say, a QR code reader, right, where we can simply scan a QR code, be able to pull up that, say, piece of equipment's record or IT information, things like that. And then having access to those real-time reports. Right? So any of the ones that are available in the full version of FM Interact can also be accessed from a mobile device at any time. So FM Mobile, what if I could? Right, we can review occupancy plans in the field with stakeholders during fit-outs, renovations, retrofits, or new construction. Of course, that's saving time, paper, and trips back to your desk. Compare occupancy scenarios side by side while you're walking the floors to see what is the best fit. Right, that means you can physically be in that space and take a look at your what-if scenarios. And having that data, reports, and drawings at your fingertips when asked questions about portfolio capacity, occupancy, and vacancy rates. So again, this means you have immediate access to all of this. So we can also, say, walk up to a room, scan a bar or QR code, or type in the room number, and see who is assigned to that space, what assets are linked to that space, and assign. And of course, monitor move progress with real-time data access and reports from your tablet. So if we see, we can walk this floor, see moves are completed, go ahead and post or apply those changes from our mobile device directly. And of course, audit and update space information in the field from your smartphone. So FM Mobile Overview, configurability, views, and roles. Right here on the left, we see FM Interact, our department's view. And then from the mobile device, having that same view available. All right, we can see it looks very much the same. The interface is very user-friendly for a tablet or smartphone device. And then again, being able to, say, scan a QR code, pull up, say, a maintenance record or preventative maintenance for any piece of equipment that you have in the system. Right, and then we can see how that would work, being able to fill in these different forms. Being able to submit requests. So FM Mobile Workflow example, field verification of space. This could be occupancy, utilization, classification, capacity, furniture, equipment moves, etc. This is all the information, again, we can relate to space and be able to access that correctly. And we can see here the ability to scan that barcode, say, inside of a door jamb where, you know, we may have that hidden, be able to pull up that the history of that space or any information tied to it. And again, just an example of the types of things we're able to track and get details on immediately. This works great if you, say, need to order replacement furniture or parts. We can also, say, tie in the vendor or replacement part information as well. And see here, this is a great example of the interface here, being able to make these changes to any of the space information. Okay, being able to take pictures and tie that into your spaces as well. And then departmental meetings. So again, being able to display, carry around your tablet versus a PC, and show chargeback reports, vacancy information, move scenarios, capacity as it currently stands, furniture, equipment moves, and so on. So again, those reports which come out quite nicely on a mobile device. And we can see an example of that. Okay, and here's an example report viewed over a mobile device, scenario comparing scenarios from our strategic planning module. So being able to pull this up, say, during a presentation and show what the potential savings might be, what the increase of utilization based on your different scenarios or strategic planning projects. Having your vacant workspace report, as we see here. Okay. Overview. Again, floor plan viewing and querying, graphic views available, whichever you display, and then reports. So in summary, this is built for mobile workers. That's exactly what it's designed for. It's not a, say, watered-down version of the product. It's just a much more easy format and layout. Increases productivity, having these things, again, at your fingertips. And greater speed and accuracy, being able to respond and act quickly when things come up. And this means anytime, anywhere. This can be done over a mobile network or Wi-Fi connection quite easily. So at this time, I'll take any questions. And Leisha, do we have any questions on your end there?
I do not see any that have come through. And again, if you have any questions, please enter them in the panel on the right-hand side of your screen.
Okay. So what I can do with the few minutes we have left here is give you an example of how FM mobile actually looks here. Okay, so what we see here, this is FM mobile interface, and I am using a PC to view this because it's just much easier than showing my iPad. But we do use the same authentication, so whether you're accessing seamlessly or typing in your username and password, and we can see here, of course, we still have the ability to search within the application. We can navigate through space. Now, we are able to limit what we actually see, and that means it just makes it a bit easier to navigate the application. So we may not see every single view or option that we see in the full version. However, we can make those available. So we can see here, I can navigate through sites to our different buildings. And then into my floor plan. Okay, so we can see it comes across quite nicely. We do have the ability to switch between any of our various graphic views as well. And see how this looks. And then, of course, being able to bring up space information here. And you can see this is the same information I'd have access to from my full PC version. I could say, documents, I can edit my space information, I can assign and vacate personnel. And of course, switching through and being able to see any vacant reserve spaces as well. You can see here we still maintain that drill down functionality, right? Being able to click on, say, a piece of equipment. I can also vacate and assign people from spaces as well. Very easy. So you can see here it is quite easy to navigate through our floor plans. And then if we look at facilities maintenance, right, being able to look at it from, say, a supervisor's point of view and see any open service requests, click to open these records, and then be able to even dispatch technicians or zoom to those locations from here. right? Being able to switch between documents and images if those were submitted as well on equipment and parts. And then, of course, that allows you to submit, say, a new move request or a new service request as well. And then just a simple search for, say, a person or room I still have access to. So looking for Miss Gray. And it's going to bring me directly to where they're seated on the floor plan. So are there any questions so far about what we're seeing with FM Mobile or anything I might be able to answer?
There are a few questions that have come through. One of the questions that have come through is asking if FM Mobile is an add-on to the space management module.
FM system is its own module, so it'd be considered just a separate module, just as move management, facilities maintenance, something like that.
And also, can the FM Mobile module be used for wayfinding? And if so, does it identify your current location through GPS?
That is one thing that comes up quite often. I can tell you that's of great interest to myself personally. It's not something that's available right now. However, I know we are, some other people are working to make that happen. However, it's not available at this time.
And that is all the questions for right now.
Okay, great. A few minutes, I can just show what, say, a report may look like through the mobile device here. Now, of course, this does maintain your same security groups and roles, so that means that you're only given access to the things that you're supposed to be able to see. But we can see here a report, high-level overview of our space utilization, square foot per person, again, being able to pull this up very easily and even drill down this in the same manner here through our sites, buildings, and floors. And having access to any of the views we'd like to see as well. Now, I will mention that we do have a fairly new 3D building viewer that allows you to actually access 3D models from a mobile device as well, right? And that means you could enter in a building, be able to pull up the 3D model, walk in a room and see what's behind the walls or above the ceiling tiles without making any modifications or taking anything down physically.
All right, a few more questions that have come through, Rob. The first question is, how do scenarios work?
So scenarios work with our strategic planning module. We create, say, a scenario project, and that could be the renovation of a building, or perhaps consolidating two buildings or floors. Any hypothetical situation. It could even be around, say, renovation or restacking of departments. Once we come up with a scenario project, we can have as many variations of options that we may like. So one example might be just a simple renovation of workstations, right? Putting in more space-efficient furniture. That also might include consolidating two offices, right? So those scenarios, we can, again, have as many options as we like and be able to place people or do what-ifs on that stacking or allocation across departments, see what that would look like on a floor plan, and also maybe even combined with that renovation. So seeing what if we did a restack of all of our departments and did, say, furniture renovation. From there, what we can do is once we decide on a scenario that works for us, we can promote that, make that drawing live, right? And up until this point, we have not affected our live data. but we can also create a move project from that scenario and take full advantage of the workflow and functionality of the move management module. So I know that's a pretty general answer, but it's quite an enormous or a very powerful module. So without getting in too much detail, that's a quick overview.
And do you have to use the project management module to do those scenarios?
No, that's the strategic planning module.
All right. How can you use FM Mobile for occupancy planning and master planning?
Mm-hmm. Occupancy planning and master planning. So I would say the first thing is being able to walk around and actually see what is the real life status of your floor, and then what is actually reflected in the data, and being able to make updates as well as access that information. So seeing which maybe areas of the floor are being underutilized or overutilized, and making decisions around planning that way. And then, of course, having access to that real-time data and reports.
And do you have to have BIM implemented to see the 3D models?
It is done through an Autodesk A360 viewer, so you do not have to have any special capability. It does require some specific browsers. So currently, it's supported by Chrome and Firefox, and not in Internet Explorer. So that's really your major requirement. Now, in order to actually upload those models, you do need access to the Revit, the full Revit model, to be able to add them into the system. But that does not necessarily mean you need Revit installed on your PC to view it.
All right, that seems to be all the questions for now. Oh, actually, there was one more that came through. What you just described sounds like a space audit and not strategic occupancy planning. Can you clarify that a little bit for us, Rob?
Sure. So strategic occupancy planning, that could be done, I guess, in a few different ways. One, through scenario planning, is probably the most direct way. Without being able to pull it up here and show you, but if we go back to one of my slides, or say my strategic planning, we'll be able to perhaps see a bit of that here. This just has my documents, but if we take a look here, and under my strategic planning module, this will give us just a quick report showing that essentially the result of those different scenario plans I've done. So really, it's taking historical data, current data, and allowing you to make better decisions on how you're going to place or consolidate your space.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you, Rob, and thank you, everyone who attended today. Like I had said earlier, before Rob jumped into the demonstration, you do have a handout tab on the pane on the right-hand side of your screen. If you hit the little plus sign and expand that, you can actually download the PowerPoint presentation we used in today's presentation. But we'll also be sending out a follow-up email afterwards, and we will include that link. So if you don't download it, that's okay. You'll get it in the follow-up email. So if there's any other questions, please feel free to reach out to us. I want to thank everyone for attending today, and I want to thank Rob for putting on this presentation for us. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day.
Thanks very much.